Brownsville Group High School Sports Day, coverage of high school baseball here on WMBS and the WPIAL High School Sports Network, being brought to you by chiropractor Dr. David Furlong, Mama Ruka's Pizza Shop, WVU Medicine, Uniontown Hospital, Ted Silva and Son Auto and Fender Repair, Napa Auto Parts, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Jimmy John's in Uniontown, Ford of Uniontown, Shop and Save, M&R Transit, Potter's Bar and Grill, Sisson Pre-Owned, the Radcliffe Law Firm, the Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Stewart Collision, the T. Harper Auto Group, Hollowwood Heating, South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer, General Dentist Dr. Edward Wheatek, Russ Blahel, your local Allstate Insurance Agent, Zebley Mahalovan White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys, SWGI in Uniontown, United Bank, the Mariscotti Insurance Agency, Armstrong, Peachin's Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market, the Centers for Rehab Services and Physical Therapist Jim Burns, Attorney Melinda Delarose, and by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS and on the WPIAL High School Sports Network.
From West Mifflin High School, it's time for WPIAL High School Baseball Playoff action this afternoon. The number 3 seed, the South Park Eagles, 12-4 overall, 6-2 out of Section 2 and 3A, taking on the 14th-seeded Brownsville Falcons. The Falcons 6-9 overall, 5-5 out of Section 4 and 3A. Our live video stream today being brought to you by WVU Medicine, Uniontown Hospital, and by Shop and Save, Walnut Hill Plaza in Uniontown. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Brian Morozak along with you. Jerry Dupay behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Brownsville trying to recreate some magic from their 2018 WPIAL championship run. South Park won a WPIAL title in 2013 and played for a state championship in 2017, so they're used to recent playoff success as well. The Brownsville Falcons in the WPIAL playoffs for a 9th straight year. South Park with a solid 12-4 regular season, earning the number 3 seed in this 3A playoff field. They own wins over powerhouses in upper classifications like Shaler, North Catholic, and Thomas Jefferson, so certainly a tall task for Brownsville this afternoon. Our pitching matchup, Zach Kutak to start for the Brownsville Falcons. South Park will counter with Zach Lemansky. The winner will take on either the number 6 seed Elwood City or 11th seeded Keystone Oaks in the quarterfinals on Saturday. We'll set the batting lineup for Brownsville and the defense for South Park when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Going on now with T. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit tharperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months, 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for cash title fees and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Dr. Furlong of the Brownsville Chiropractic Center is proud to be the Brownsville Falcons team doctor. Dr. Furlong has more than 25 years of experience in the chiropractic field, and he can diagnose and treat common spinal misalignments that can occur from lifestyle or injuries, causing pain, discomfort, and degenerative conditions. To learn more or to make an appointment with Dr. Furlong at the Brownsville Chiropractic Center, call 724-785-5521. That's 724-785-5521.
For farm fresh dairy products produced, processed, packaged, and sold right here, stop at Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Route 40 at Briar Hill. Check out the delicious hot deli items at Jackson's. Eat in or take out. Jackson Farms Dairy Store, featuring quality dairy products and the most delectable homemade ice cream you'll ever eat. And you can play the Pennsylvania Lottery. Best of luck to the Brownsville Falcons from Jackson Farms.
Farm fresh milk, straight off the farm. Jackson Farms.
Brian Morozak back here at West Mifflin High School. The Brownsville Falcons to bat here in the top half of the first inning. Let's set their lineup. Leading off, the center fielder, number 12, Derek Tarpley. Batting second, the shortstop, number 17, Nick Keeney. Batting third, the catcher, number 2, Cole Rankin. In the cleanup spot and pitching, number 25, Zach Kutak. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 30, Cameron Broski. He was a freshman during that 2018 title run the Falcons had. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 1, Davey Timko. Batting seventh, and in right field, number 3, Mitchell Anderson. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 22, Tyler Weibel. And batting ninth in left field, number 6, Nolan Konopka. Defensively for the South Park Eagles, it's Derek Califatis in left, Austin Lafferty in center, Ryan Bywalski in right. Around the horn, it's Connor Klingensmith playing third, Brandon Clifford playing short, Drew Lafferty playing second, and Luke Ryder playing first base. The catcher is Tyler Corcoran, and the pitcher is Zach Lemansky. This will be Lemansky's 8th appearance of the season. He's a 2-1 record. He's worked 19 innings, given up 18 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned, struck out 29, and walked only 6. And he enters this game sporting a 2.56 ERA. Umpires here today behind home plate, Michael Breston. At first base, Bruce Sokolic. And at third base, Henry Frengel. We're back with the first pitch right after this at South Park and Brownsville from West Mifflin High School. Back in 2 minutes with the start of this afternoon's game here on WMBS and on the Triple I High School Sports Network.
I'm attorney Bill Martin of Radcliffe Law, and I've handled all sorts of workplace accident cases over the past 10 years. When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work, but you may not be physically ready to return. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call our workers' compensation team at Radcliffe Law at 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you and answer your questions at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Quality parts, accessories, paints, tools, and supplies. Napa Auto Parts complete line for cars, trucks, imports, and farm equipment. Napa Auto Parts keeps America running. Fayette Parts in Uniontown, Standard Auto in Brownsville, and Napa Auto in Bell Vernon and Monongahela carry premium quality auto parts at discount prices. They always have a huge inventory of parts in stock when you visit a Napa Auto Part location. Over 200,000 parts in stock. Ask about their Napa lifetime warranty on most items with a no-hassle return policy. Open weekends and evenings in Brownsville, 724-785-3800. Bell Vernon, 724-929-5522. Monongahela, 724-258-3101. And in Uniontown, 724-437-7553 for Napa Auto Parts.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Back here at West Mifflin High School, just about set to go. The Brownsville Falcons batting first here in the top half of the first inning. Again, the Falcons seeded 14th. The South Park Eagles, number 3 seed. The winner will take on either 6-seeded Elwood City or 11-seeded Keystone Oaks. Those two schools playing this afternoon at Highlands High School at 4 o'clock. Hopewell, the number 1 seed in 3A. They're playing Waynesburg tonight at W&J under the lights at 6:30. Deer Lakes and Yock already underway at Highlands. That game started at 12 noon. McGuffey seeded 4th, playing 13-seeded South Allegheny at W&J at 4 o'clock. Derry, the 5th seed, playing New Brighton, who seeded 12th, 6:30 under the lights at Greater Latrobe. Avonworth, the number 2 seed, they're playing Ligonier Valley right after this game at West Mifflin at 4:30. And Valley, the number 7 seed, taking on 10th seed Mohawk, also under the lights at Highlands tonight at 6:30. We're also going to have an early start tomorrow for our high school baseball coverage. It's 2A quarterfinal round action between the 9th-seeded California Trojans and Seton LaSalle. That game will start at 12 noon. Our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show will start at 11:45 a.m. We'll also have high school baseball playoff action for you on Monday as well with the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the 5th seed in 4A, taking on North Catholic. We don't have a site or time for Monday's Laurel Highlands North Catholic game as of yet. If we get that information before we sign off the air today, we'll certainly pass that along. Surprisingly, on this warm 85-degree afternoon, both South Park and Brownsville wearing black uniforms here today. South Park Their black tops, dark blue numbers, little white trim and white pants. Brownsville, all blacks, black shirts and pants with white numbers and gold trim, as Derek Tarpley will get things started here for the Brownsville Falcons in the top of the first inning. Tarpley's had a nice season, only a sophomore, batting .471, has homered twice, has 14 RBIs, playing center field for the Falcons today, again facing Zach Lemansky. And Lemansky will wind and fire the first pitch here to Tarpley. A fastball right down the middle, and Tarpley sends it high in the air into right field, and getting under it, making the catch, Ryan Bywalski, for the first out of this top half of the first inning. And that'll bring up Nick Keeney, the senior shortstop. Keeney batting .373, and he's knocked in 13 runs so far this season. And Lemansky getting set here with the first pitch to Keeney. Lemansky winds and fires. Fastball catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Again, Michael Breston calling the balls and strikes here today. Bruce Sokolic over at first. Henry Fregel down at third. And the 0-1 now on the way. And this ball hit high in the air in foul territory on the right side. It will go over the fence and out of play. And just like that, Nick Keeney in an 0-2 hole here facing Zach Lemansky. And we mentioned what a solid season for the South Park Eagles, now playing in 3A. We saw South Park a number of times over the years when they were in the same conference with Laurel Highlands. There's a little check swing, and going around there was Keeney for strike 3. So Lemansky picks up his 30th strikeout of the season, sending down Keeney. And just like that, 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the first inning. That'll bring up the junior catcher, Cole Rankin. Rankin with a .388 average and 16 RBIs for Scooter Roebuck's squad. And he'll swing and miss at the first pitch there from Lemansky. Big time cut there from Rankin. And he's behind 0-1. Now Lemansky set, long looking to Tyler Corcoran, the catcher. Breaking ball. Just missed a little high to even up the count at 1-1. Last time we played spring baseball in 2019, South Park won a WPIAL first-round playoff game in 4A over Quaker Valley before losing to Yock in the quarterfinal round, as Rankin pops this one up, getting under at the second baseman Drew Lafferty to make the catch for the third out of the inning. So Brownsville retired 1-2-3 here in the top half of the first. We'll move to the bottom of the first. Brownsville and South Park scoreless here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 57th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 57 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
Back here at West Mifflin High School, moving to the bottom of the first inning. South Park and Brownsville scoreless. Let's set the Eagles lineup. Leading off the senior pitcher, number 5, Zach Lemansky. Batting second, number 23, Austin Lafferty. Lafferty in center field today. His brother Drew playing second base and batting third. In the cleanup spot, number 22, Connor Klingensmith. He's the third baseman. Brandon Clifford's batting fifth and playing shortstop. The DH is Dylan Orth. He's batting sixth. He's a sophomore. Luke Ryder, the junior first baseman, batting seventh. Derek Califanis in left field batting eighth. And Tyler Corcoran, the catcher, batting ninth for the South Park Eagles. Defensively for Brownsville, it's Nolan Konopka in left. Derek Tarpley in center. Mitchell Anderson in right field. Tyler Weibel playing third. Nick Keeney playing short. Davey Timko playing second base. And Cameron Broski playing first. Zach Kutak on the mound for the Brownsville Falcons. He's a lefty, and Cole Rankin catching for Browns. So looking at Kutak's numbers, this is his 10th appearance of the season, has a 1-1 record, has worked 22 2/3 innings, given up 49 hits, 28 runs, 21 of them earned, struck out 12, and walked 6. He does have a 6.49 ERA entering this game. You look at these South Park numbers so far this season, just power up and down their lineup. The leadoff hitter Zach Lemansky batting .354 with 2 homers and 12 RBIs. Again, he's the senior pitcher countering Kutak here today. And the lefty's first pitch a little inside for ball 1. Kutak to Lemansky. So Kutak certainly showing South Park a little bit of a different look here. And the lefty's 1-0. Breaking ball catches the inside corner for a strike to even up the count at 1-1. Kutak to Lemansky. First of 2 they'll have here at West Mifflin High School. In Ligonier Valley will be taking on Avonworth in the nightcap, and that ball hit high in the air by Lemansky to deep left field, and getting under it and making the grab, Nolan Konopka for the first out of the inning. And that wasn't an easy play there for Konopka. Had to put the shades down and back up. Was able to make the grab and retire Lemansky for the first out of this bottom half of the first inning. And that'll bring up the sophomore center fielder Austin Lafferty. Lafferty batting .518 with 2 homers and 15 RBIs so far this season. Now Kutak getting ready here for the first pitch to Lafferty. And a line and fire, another breaking ball. Missed a little bit inside there. Count at 1-0. The only WPIAL high school baseball playoff games scheduled for today are in 3A. Have a full slate of quarterfinal round games tomorrow. And that pitch catches the inside corner for a strike to even things up at 1-1. Kutak to Lafferty, and we've seen a heavy dose of breaking balls from Kutak here early on against the South Park Eagles. And just underway, scoreless here in the bottom of the first, Brownsville and South Park, and Lafferty with a rip here going foul down the left field line. I'll take the count to 1-2. Again, we're here on the campus of West Mifflin High School. Sport turf surface all around, much like we saw yesterday at Ross Memorial Park at Washington and Jefferson College. Certainly one of the nicer high school facilities around the area. 1-2 pitch, another breaking ball. Just missed inside. Lafferty thought it hit him. The home plate umpire says no, and the count will be even at 2-2. And later on tonight on WMBS, it's Penguins playoff action. Game 3 between the Pens and the Islanders getting underway at 7 o'clock. Pre-game coverage will start at 6. Now the 2-2 on the way. And that one misses high, and we're full 3-2. Lafferty to Kutak in a scoreless game, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Now the 3-2. Kutak to Lafferty is on the way, and this ball ripped on the left side right in between the shortstop Keeney and the third baseman Weibel for a 1-out single to left for Austin Lafferty. And the Eagles in business here in the bottom of the first inning. And then I'll bring up Austin's older brother, Drew Lafferty. Drew playing second base here today, coming in with a .510 average. He's homered 5 times already this season and driven in 26 runs. And those are the kind of numbers we've seen up and down this South Park batting lineup. Now Kutak working from the stretch, has a clean look over at Lafferty over at first, now steps off the mound to regroup. Mentioned both of these programs have had some nice playoff runs as of late. South Park made it to the state championship game back in 2017 after losing to Blackhawk in the WPIAL title game. Now 1 strike here on Drew Lafferty. Had playoff wins over Newcastle and Hopewell before losing to Blackhawk, and then picked up state wins over Clearfield, Hopewell again, and Blackhawk. Lost in the state title game up at Penn State, Dallas High School. Now the 0-1. Kutak to Lafferty, and this ball chopped foul on the left side. Takes us to 0-2. And South Park thinks they're primed for another playoff run here in 2021. after losing in the quarterfinal round in 2019 and the first round in 2018. And most of their recent playoff seasons have been in 4A under the 6 classification system, but under the new enrollment figures that started at the beginning of this most recent school year, the Eagles back down in 3A. And there's a shot right up the middle into center field, so back-to-back singles from the Lafferty brothers here for South Park, giving the Eagles 2 on with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the first inning with the junior third baseman Connor Klingensmith coming to the plate. Klingensmith batting .327 with 2 homers and 20 RBIs. And the Eagles in business here in the bottom of the first inning. Now Klingensmith stepping in. Kutak a little glance back at second. Now set to go again from the stretch. Another glance back at second. Delivers the first pitch. Breaking ball misses outside there to Klingensmith. 1-0. A dangerous spot here early on in this game for the 14th seeded Brownsville Falcons. South Park yet to strike, but certainly threatening here in the bottom half of the first inning. And now the 1-0. Kutak to Klingensmith. Kutak taking his time. 1-0 pitch on the way. Another breaking ball. And that one misses as well. A little bit high. Count now 2-0. Kutak to Klingensmith. Mentioned the run Brownsville had in the 2018 playoffs, winning a WPIAL championship with a win over Avonworth. Their state playoff run ended losing to Southside Beaver in the state semifinals. If it wasn't for an injury to one of Brownsville's pitchers, the Falcons could have easily been playing for a PIAA championship back in 2018. Kutak finding the strike zone to Klingensmith. Count now at 2-1. Falcons lost to Avonworth at the Burkett Complex in the first round of 2019. They scored 17-2. In fact, our studio producer, Nick Barczyk, called that game for you here on WMBS. As Klingensmith fouls off that pitch. That'll even things up at 2-2. Kutak to Klingensmith. Again, the Eagles with the Lafferty brothers on base. Austin down at second. Drew on first. Klingensmith at the plate, again batting .327 with 2 homers and 20 RBIs. Junior third baseman. Kutak another long look in here to the catcher, Cole Rankin. Now the 2-2 on the way here to Klingensmith. This ball well hit deep to left field. Look out, Konopka backing up. And that ball over the wall for a 3-run home run for Connor Klingensmith. So the 3rd home run of the season for Klingensmith. And there's no doubt about that one. Cleared the left field wall with plenty of room to spare. And the Eagles continue their power surge. And they jump on Brownsville here early on with a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. So both the Lafferty brothers
shortstop number 16,
scoring on the Klingensmith home run. And that'll empty out the bases for Brandon Clifford, the junior shortstop batting .240 with a homer and 13 RBIs. Now Zach Kutak has to regroup here. Breaking ball finds the strike zone to Clifford. And the Falcons need to get settled down a little bit here defensively. And a 3-0 hole here in the bottom of the first inning. Now the 0-1 on the way. Misses outside. Evens up the count at 1-1. Now Kutak's 1-1 pitch here to Clifford. Another breaking ball finds the strike zone. Count moves to 1-2. So Brownsville is trying to settle things down here a little bit defensively after Connor Klingensmith opened up this game in a big way with a 3-run home run over the left field wall. Now the 1-2 pitch misses outside, and we're even at 2-2. Kutak to Clifford. And Brownsville A sub-500 regular season, 6-9 overall. They were 5-5 in Section 4 3A play. 2-2 pitch on the way, and this one sent foul again by Clifford. Count remains 2-2. The Falcons entered the WPIAL playoffs after splitting their last conference series against Charleroi. Won down at Charleroi 12-6, but then lost 11-3 at Redstone Field. Brownsville hasn't played a game since May the 6th. It's been a 2-week layoff between their last game against Charleroi and this WPIAL playoff game against South Park. 2-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's just what Kutak and the Falcons needed for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Dylan Orth, the senior, or they check that, the sophomore designated hitter, batting .333 with 2 homers and 13 RBIs. Orth, the 6th Eagle to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Bats from the left side, so lefty versus lefty matchup here. Kutak's first pitch to Orth, and Orth first pitch swinging, pops it up. Nick Keeney, the shortstop, getting under it. He'll make the grab for the third out of the inning, but South Park getting 3 runs on the 3-run home run from Connor Klingensmith. They lead Brownsville 3-0 after 1 here on the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Day.
Quality parts, accessories, paints, tools, and supplies. Napa Auto Parts complete line for cars, trucks, imports, and farm equipment. Napa Auto Parts keeps America running. Fayette Parts in Uniontown, Standard Auto in Brownsville, and Napa Auto in Bell Vernon and Monongahela carry premium quality auto parts at discount prices. They always have a huge inventory of parts in stock when you visit a Napa Auto Part location. Over 200,000 parts in stock. Ask about their Napa lifetime warranty on most items with a no-hassle return policy. Open weekends and evenings in Brownsville, 724-785-3800. Bell Vernon, 724-929-5522. Monongahela, 724-258-3101. And in Uniontown, 724-437-7553 for Napa Auto Parts.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Moving to the top of the second inning, and Zach Kutak, Cameron Broski, and Davey Timko due up for Brownsville. Hitters 4, 5, and 6. Kutak, the senior pitcher, batting .366 with a homer and 15 RBIs. Falcons trying to get a few runs back here in the top of the second inning after yielding 3 in the bottom of the first as Kutak takes the first pitch for a strike from Zach Lemansky. Now Lemansky's 0-1 here to Kutak. Fastball just missed low and outside, evens up the count at 1-1. And Kutak's shown some power this year, ready with a home run. Batting from the left side. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one misses outside again, so the count now 2-1. Already one final in from 3A action today. Yak and Deer Lakes had a 12 noon start at Highlands High School. The 8th-seeded Deer Lake Lancers with a 5-4 win over the Yak Cougars as that one fouled off by Zach Kutak. Takes the count to 2-2. Here against Zach Lemansky. This is the only 2 o'clock start in 3A today. Rest of the action later on today. Keystone Oaks and Elwood City starting at 4. Ligonier Valley and Avonworth playing here at 4:30. And South Allegheny and McGuffey also a 4 o'clock start today. 2-2 pitch miss. We're full of 3-2. Now the payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Zach Kutak. So the second strikeout of the afternoon for Zach Lemansky, the 31st strikeout that Lemansky has recorded so far this season. And so far, Brownsville's been retired in order. Now Cameron Broski coming to the plate, the senior first baseman, batting .256 with 9 RBIs. First pitch from Lemansky misses outside for ball 1. And we'll have more high school baseball playoff action on WMBS for you tomorrow. California taking on Seton LaSalle. That game at the Burkett Complex starting at 12 noon. We'll have our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show on the air at 11:45 a.m. Count now even at 1-1 as Lemansky finding the strike zone to Broski to even things up. Now the 1-1 pitch on the way. And Broski, a well-hit ball here to center field. Austin Lafferty moving off to his left, diving. And did he hold on? Yes, he did. For the second out of the inning. So a nice defensive effort from Austin Lafferty out in center field to possibly take an extra base hit away from Cameron Broski. And now 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the second with Davey Timko coming to the plate. Timko, the sophomore second baseman, batting .297 with 3 RBIs. Lemansky's first pitch here to Timko right down the middle, and Timko a line drive here to left field, and charging, diving, and getting is Derek Califatis out in left. So 2 great defensive efforts out of Austin Lafferty and Califatis here in the top of the second inning. Brownsville once again retired in order. We'll head to the bottom of the second. 3-0 South Park over Brownsville here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Delarose, 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DelaRoseLaw.com.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulesinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
3-0, South Park leading Brownsville as we move to the bottom half of the second inning. South Park coming to the plate. Hitters 7, 8, and 9 in their lineup. Ryder, Califatis, and Corcoran batting here for the Eagles. Zach Kutek still on the mound here for Brownsville, and he hits Ryder with his first pitch. So Ryder gets aboard here for South Park in the bottom of the second inning. That's not what the Falcons needed, issuing an early base runner here to the Eagles.
Califatis.
Now Derek Califatis, the senior left fielder, had that great grab to end the top half of the second inning coming to the plate. Batting .182 with 7 RBIs so far this season. Kutek clean look at Ryder over at first, showing bunt and pulling back was Califatis. Pitch misses for ball 1. Now Kutek will get regrouped here on the mound. I'll glance back over at first. Now the 1-0 pitch on the way. Breaking ball missing high and inside. Takes the count to 2-0. Saw plenty of action in our coverage area yesterday. Of course, we had a doubleheader here on WMBS. Laurel Highlands a 5-0 win over Beaver at Washington and Jefferson. We followed that up with California's 4-2 come from behind win against Shadyside Academy, with California plating 2 in the 6th and 2 in the 7th. To come back and win that one, and this one sent foul on the left side by Califatis over the fence and out of play. Takes the count to 2-1. Also, Connellsville in our coverage area fell 2-0 against Penn Trafford in a 5A first-round game. And again, the Mustangs will play North Catholic on Monday. Still don't have a site or time for that game yet. And California will take on top-seeded Seton LaSalle in 2A tomorrow at 12 noon. Seton LaSalle a 5-0 win over Bentworth. That game was played at Bethel Park yesterday. 2-1 pitch. Misses here again from Kutek. Takes it to 3-1. And Derek Califatis. Of course, we'll have the Mustang game for you on Monday as well here on WMBS. Radio only for California tomorrow. We'll have radio and video on the Triple I High School Sports Network for the Mustangs and North Catholic coming up on Monday. And this ball well hit on the left side here from Califatis, backing up to the wall. And unable to make the catch there was Konopka. Konopka ran into the wall, and he's down. Konopka's hurt on the play. Coming over is Derek Tarpley, the center fielder. He'll get the relay in. It'll be a triple for Califatis. And now our attention is turned towards Nolan Konopka, who ran into one of the fence posts out there in left field. And he is definitely dazed. So Califatis, a triple to left, and an RBI driving in Luke Ryder, and it's 4-0 now. South Park over Brownsville with nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Head coach Scooter Roebuck, some of the training staff now out looking at Konopka out there in left. And we hope he's all right. So with Konopka getting attended to, we'll step aside for a quick 30-second timeout here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day. 4-0 your score. South Park leading Brownsville.
Going on now with D.R. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. What supplies last? Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
It looks like Nolan Konopka will remain in the game here for Brownsville, so that's good news for the Falcons. But Konopka certainly got dinged up there a little bit out in the left field. Good to see Konopka able to stay in the game here for Brownsville. The Falcons in big-time trouble right now, down 4-0 to South Park. As we work here in the bottom of the second inning, Tyler Corcoran batting from the 9th position in the South Park batting lineup now at the plate with Derek Califatis down at third. Corcoran coming in with just a 138 average and 3 RBIs, senior catcher. South Park up 4-0 over Brownsville. Kutek's first pitch here to Corcoran. First pitch swinging into left, and this catch made by Konopka for the first out of the inning, but tagging and scoring from third is Califatis to make it 5-0 South Park over Brownsville. So a sac fly RBI for Corcoran, his 4th RBI of the season, and a run scored for Califatis. And that'll empty out the bases, but give the Eagles an additional 2 runs here in the bottom of the second inning and make it 5-0. Now the top of the order for South Park and Zach Lemansky at the plate. Lemansky flew out to Konopka in left field in the first inning. First pitch swinging here. He'll send this one in front of right fielder Mitchell Anderson, a little one-hopper. Now Anderson with a relay in. That's a single to right for Zach Lemansky.
Center fielder number 23, Austin.
That'll bring up Austin Lafferty now. Lafferty, the 5th Eagle to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. Lafferty singled to left field and scored a run back in the first inning. South Park already 5 runs on 5 hits. Brownsville's been retired in order. Lafferty came in with a .518 average, 2 homers and 15 RBIs. The Eagles looking very focused here today against Brownsville. Now Kutex will throw it over to first. Runner was going, and sliding into second safely was Zach Lemansky. So even with Kutek throwing over to first to Cameron Broski with Lemansky already running on the play, the Falcons were not able to retire Lemansky or even get him in a rundown. South Park looking much more focused than the Brownsville Falcons are this afternoon for this early 2 o'clock start at West Mifflin High School. And that pitch catches the inside corner for a strike to Austin Lafferty, counted 0-1. And South Park scoring 3 in the bottom of the first. 3-run home run from Connor Klingensmith, driving in the Lafferty brothers, Austin and Drew. And after Luke Ryder was hit by a pitch, Derek Califatis tripled to left to score Ryder. Then Corcoran sac fly RBI scored Califatis. That's where we're at this juncture of the game. Another well-hit ball, ripped foul on the left side there from Austin Lafferty, takes the count to 0-2. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay, who's behind the camera here at West Mifflin High School. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios for more WPIAL high school baseball playoff action on this Thursday afternoon. Again, we thank you for joining us. Brownsville and South Park from West Mifflin High School. Now Kutek's 0-2 here to Austin Lafferty. Another breaking ball. Missed low and inside. Takes the count to 1-2. You look at this South Park team, at least on paper, certainly have to be one of the contenders to make a run here in this 3A playoff field. They have good pitching and plenty of power at the plate. Now the 1-2, Kutek to Lafferty. The pitch on the way, breaking ball inside, hits Lafferty. So it's the second time in this game, and the second time this half inning that Kutek has hit an eagle. Ryder was hit to start the inning, and now Lafferty hit here by Kutek, and Austin's brother Drew will come to the plate. Now the catcher Cole Rankin's going to come out to talk to Kutek. And the Brownsville coaching staff coming out as well. Let's see if Kutek's going to remain in the game. Infield coming in here. Brownsville in a 5-0 hole here in the bottom of the second inning, with no end in sight. One out as we work here in the bottom of the second. Whole infield gathered here for this meeting. Let's see if the Falcons are going to stick with Kutek. Head coach Scooter Roebuck trying to settle him down a little bit. Now home plate umpire Michael Breston coming out to break up the meeting. Again, Brownsville in the WPIAL playoffs for a 9th straight season. They haven't missed since 2011. Had some good runs in both 2017 and 2018. During the 2017 season, they made it to the WPIAL semifinals, lost there to Riverside, and then lost a PIAA play-in game to Elwood City, down at W&J. So Kutek's going to remain in the game here for Brownsville. You have Drew Lafferty at the plate, who has 5 home runs and 26 RBIs. He's batting .510 on the season, and he singled last time up and scored a run. 2 already across here in the inning, and Brownsville down 5-0. First pitch swinging here, and this ball well hit to right center field, and making the play on it, making the catch, Derek Tarpley, the center fielder, tagging up from second down to third is Zach Lemansky. So Lemansky gets down to third. Holding up at first is Austin Lafferty, and that'll give the Eagles
22.
Runners on the corners here.
22.
With 2 outs in the bottom of the second, and Connor Klingensmith coming to the plate. Klingensmith in the bottom of the first inning came to the plate with 2 runners on, and homered over the left field wall for his 3rd home run of the season. He's now driven in 23 runs for the Eagles. Table set for him again, with South Park leading Brownsville 5-0. Kutek, who's been very deliberate so far on the mound. Another long look in. Breaking ball here, misses high, steals on, throw down to second, not in time. Holding at third is Zach Lemansky, but getting into scoring position is Austin Lafferty. Now runners on second and third. That first pitch missed for a ball, so 1-0 now to Connor Klingensmith. With Brandon Clifford due up next. Klingensmith, the 7th Eagle to bat here in this bottom of the second inning. 1-0 pitch from Kutek. Misses low, takes the count to 2-0. If you're Brownsville right now, you just want some strikes here from Kutek, but the problem is you put it too much over the plate against these dangerous South Park hitters. It could be trouble. Here's Klingensmith focused again. 2-0 pitch on the way, and this ball hit high in the air to left. Nolan Konopka's been busy here today. He'll get under it again, and this time make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning, but South Park adding 2 more on. After 2, it's the Eagles 5, the Brownsville Falcons nothing, heading to the top of the 3rd here in the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachins offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachins follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Port of Uniontown and trade me in.
Is your car trying to tell you something? With summer right around the corner and trade-in values so high and new inventory so low, why not trade it in for a certified pre-owned at Ford of Uniontown? And for your peace of mind, all of our gold certified go through a 172-point checkover. They come standard with a 7-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty. And all of our blue certified come with a 139-point checkover and a 3-month or 4,000-mile powertrain warranty. With over 70 pre-owned units ready to go and financing as low as $299 for 60 months, why not listen to your car and take advantage of a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs? That's Ford of Uniontown, top of the hill across from Applebee's. 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com. Must qualify with Ford Motor Credit.
Moving down to the top half of the third inning here at West Mifflin High School. The South Park Eagles a 5-0 lead over the Brownsville Falcons. Brownsville with Mitchell Anderson, Tyler Weibel, and Nolan Konopka due up here in the top of the third. Brownsville's yet to produce a hit or a base runner so far in this game. Mitchell Anderson, the sophomore right fielder, is going to lead off this top half of the third inning, coming in with a .262 average and 7 RBIs. First pitch from Zach Lemansky. A breaking ball misses high and outside for ball one here to Anderson. Brownsville finished in third place in their conference, Section 4 in 3A, behind McGuffey, who was 9-1, and Yock, who finished 7-4. Swing and a miss there from Anderson evens up the count at 1-1. Waynesburg also qualified for the postseason. They're seeded 16th in this 3A playoff field, taking on the number 1 seed Hopewell at W&J today. That pitch misses low from Lemansky. Takes the count to 2-1 to Mitchell Anderson. Lemansky working a lot quicker than we saw from Brownsville's Zach Kutek this afternoon. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss there from Anderson. Takes the count to 2-2. South Park played in only a 5-team conference in Section 2. They finished in second place behind Avonworth, who's the number 2 seed in this playoff field. The Antelopes 7-1. South Park 6-2. 2-2 pitch fouled off there by Anderson. Count remains at 2-2, and we have David Timko now warming up in the Brownsville bullpen. And you have to wonder, after Kutek's given up 5 runs already through 2 innings, we might see a change there on the Brownsville side. Another pitch fouled off there by Anderson. Stays alive, and the count remains 2-2. But Keystone Oaks and South Allegheny tied for third in Section 2. They also got in. Steel Valley was the only team in the conference not to qualify for the postseason. Another 2-2 pitch, and that one's in there for strike 3. So backwards K in your books. Mitchell Anderson goes down. Third strikeout of the game for Zach Lemansky, his 32nd strikeout of the season. And we have one away here in the top of the third with Tyler Weibel, the junior third baseman, coming to the plate. And Weibel's hit the ball well this year, coming in with a .450 average, has driven in 10 runs for Scooter Roebuck's squad. As the Falcons look for a little spunk here towards the bottom of their batting orders, Weibel takes the first pitch for a strike from Zach Lemansky, who's behind 0-1. Now the 0-1, Lemansky to Weibel, and this one chopped right back at Lemansky. A little two-hopper, and Lemansky throw over to first. Close play, but in time to retire. Weibel 1-3. Luke Ryder, the first baseman,
Left fielder number 6.
doing his job over at first. So Weibel retired 1-3. And 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the third with Nolan Konopka coming to the plate. And Konopka's been busy out there in left field. Good to see he's all right after running into one of the fence posts earlier on this afternoon. First pitch to Konopka, fastball, and therefore a strike. And Konopka behind 0-1. Gonna have to thank our live video stream sponsors today: WVU Medicine, Uniontown Hospital, and Shop and Save, Walnut Hill Plaza, Uniontown. 0-1 misses outside. Evens up the count at 1-1. Again, more high school baseball on WMBS and the Triple I High School Sports Network tomorrow. California taking on Seton LaSalle. That's 2A quarterfinal round action. 1-1 pitch, missing outside. 2-1 now. Lemansky to Konopka. Top of the order due up behind Konopka, but Brownsville looking for their first base runner of the afternoon. 2-1 pitch on the way, check swing. Pitch in there for a strike, evens up the count at 2-2 now. Lemansky to Konopka. Lemansky mowing him down. Now the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Zach Lemansky, perfect through 3 for the South Park Eagles. Way to the bottom of the third. South Park 5, Brownsville nothing. Here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
On now at Steve Harper Chevy Used. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarpersChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease us through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
For farm fresh dairy products, produced, processed, packaged, and sold right here, stop in Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Route 40 at Briar Hill. Check out the delicious hot deli items at Jackson's. Eat in or take out. Jackson Farms Dairy Store featuring quality dairy products and the most delectable homemade ice cream you'll ever eat. And you can play the Pennsylvania Lottery. Best of luck to the Brownsville Falcons from Jackson Farms.
Farm fresh milk, straight off the farm. Jackson Farms.
Moving now to the bottom of the third inning, 5-0. South Park leading Brownsville. Another opportunity for the Eagles to tack on a few more runs. They've been aided by a 3-run home run from Connor Klingensmith in the bottom of the first inning. Then in the bottom of the second inning, after Luke Ryder was hit by a pitch, Derek Califatis tripled, drove in Ryder, and Tyler Corcoran sac fly RBI, driving in Califatis. And those are the 5 runs we've seen from the South Park Eagles so far today. The Eagles sent 6 men to the plate in the first inning, 7 men to the plate in the second inning, and it'll be hitters 5, 6, and 7 here in the third inning. Zach Kutak now first pitch to Brandon Clifford. First pitch swinging, and Clifford sends it between Nick Keeney and Tyler Weibel into left field for a leadoff single. So once again, South Park in business. Brandon Clifford, his first hit of the afternoon. Now bring up Dylan Orth. Orth, the South Park DH, popped up to the shortstop Nick Keeney to end the first inning, batting here from the left side, coming in with a .333 average, 2 homers and 13 RBIs. And it's back to the stretch for Zach Kutak, the Brownsville pitcher. His first pitch to Orth, breaking ball, misses low and outside for ball 1. And Brandon Clifford on first. 1-0 count here to Dylan Orth. Pitch on the way, and Orth pops this one into foul territory on the left side. Weibel making a run for it, but it goes into the bleachers. Or a foul ball out of play. Evens up the count at 1-1. I mentioned Brownsville's recent playoff success, winning a 2018 WPIAL championship. Also had a nice playoff run back in 1999 as well. Won Section 1 and 2A. That was back when there was only 3 classifications for high school baseball. Swing and a miss there from Dylan Orth. Takes the count to 1-2. Brownsville had a first-round bye, knocked off Burrell in the quarterfinal round. They knocked off Bell Vernon in the semis, but fell to Waynesburg in the 99 WPIAL title game. He also had a nice run in the state playoffs that year as well. Knocked off Oil City 13-1 and Lewistown 8-2. Runner going here. Throw down a second, head for a slide in safely, and a stolen base for Brandon Clifford. Count out 2-2 to Dylan Orth, who's at the plate. Once again, it was Waynesburg who was Brownsville's nemesis, as Waynesburg knocked off Brownsville 15-10 in a 9-inning game in the state semifinals back in '99. It's interesting that Brownsville won both regular season meetings that year over Waynesburg, but fell to the Waynesburg Raiders in both playoff meetings during the '99 campaign. 2-2 pitch way high here. And a good grab there from the catcher Cole Rankins. That ball didn't escape. And the count now 3-2 here to Dylan Orth. Nobody out. Bottom of the third inning. South Park leading Brownsville 5-0. Brandon Clifford now in scoring position at second base. Dylan Orth at the plate. And the count full now. Zach Kutek to Orth. And the 3-2 pitch. Orth hits it on the ground to second. Getting in front of it there, Davey Timko. Throw goes way wide. And scoring on the play is Brandon Clifford. Into second goes Dylan Orth. So Timko had an initial shift on, worked back the other way, and was actually on his knees when he fielded the ground ball from Orth.
First baseman number 11, Luke Ryder.
But his throw, which was intended for Cameron Broski, over at first, wasn't anywhere near Broski, and sailed high and wide and allowed Brandon Clifford to score to make it 6-0. Now Luke Ryder at the plate. Still nobody out here in the home half of the third. Ground ball here to short. Keeney looks the runner back at second. Throw over to first in a collision. Over here at first. Hanging on, though, was Broski. It was another wide throw coming over, and Broski had to move in front of the bag to make the catch from the Keeney throw and collided with the base runner Luke Ryder. Ryder ruled out at first, so it goes in the book 6-3.
Left fielder number 44, Derek Calafatis.
And luckily for Brownsville, Broski able to hang on to that one. And remaining at second base is Dylan Orth. Now Derek Calafatis at the plate. Calafatis an RBI triple last time up. His 8th RBI of the season. Orth at second, a run already across here in the bottom half of the third. The first pitch from Kutak to Calafatis misses for ball one. Calafatis batting from the 8th position in the South Park batting lineup. Kutak taking his time. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss from Calafatis. Good breaking ball there from Kutak. Count now even at 1-1. And Kutak, who's been very deliberate so far this afternoon. Another long look into Cole Rankin, the catcher. Glance back at second. 1-1 pitch on the way, and that one finds the strike zone. Takes us to 1-2 with Tyler Corcoran due up next for the South Park Eagles. Now Kutak again from the stretch. 1-2 pitch to Calafatis. Sticks with a breaking ball. It's popped up in the shallow center field. Charging and getting there, Derek Tarpley for the second out of the inning. Goes in the books F8. And 2 away with Tyler Corcoran coming to the plate. Corcoran a sac fly RBI last time up. South Park already completing their second trip through the order as we work here in the bottom of the third inning. Leading 6-0, 3 in the first, 2 in the second, now 1 here in the third, and the inning not over yet here for the Eagles. Zach Kutak on the mound. First pitch to Corcoran again. First pitch swinging. Sends in a shallow left center field, and getting under this one to make the catch is Nolan Konopka for the third out of the inning. But the Eagles tack on another run after 3 at South Park 6, Brownsville nothing here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Hi, I'm Russ Plaho, your local Allstate agent. The number 21 has always had a special meaning to me. When I was young, it meant reaching adulthood. As a lifelong Pirates fan, the number 21 meant one thing, the great Roberto Clemente. 3,000 hits, MVP, World Series hero. But more than that, a great humanitarian who will always be remembered for losing his life in a rescue mission to help those in need. And now, the number 21 represents my 21st anniversary as your local Allstate agent. I would like to think that, like Roberto, I know the importance of community involvement as well as helping neighbors. Over the past 21 years, my staff and I have committed ourselves to learning about our customer needs and personalizing protection for them. From bundling auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverages based on their protection needs. Are you in good hands? Call me, Russ Blejo, at 724-439-9700 or stop by my office on Lebanon Avenue today for a free quote.
This is Gary Sisson from Sisson Pre-Owned. If you're looking for a great used car at a great price, give us a call at 724-438-2819 or visit us on the web at SissonPreowned.com. During these trying times, we are doing everything 100% online, from financing to virtual walkarounds and home delivery. Visit us on the web at SissonPreowned.com or give us a call, 724-438-2819.
Back here at West Mifflin High School, all South Park so far this afternoon. A 6-0 lead over Brownsville as we move to the top half of the fourth inning. Zach Lemansky has been perfect so far in this game for South Park. Brownsville still looking for their first base runner. It's the top of the order. Here in the top half of the fourth inning, Derek Tarpley leading things off. Lemansky's done a nice job mixing up the pitches for South Park so far today. Tarpley check swing. Did he go? And peeled down to first. Bruce Sokolic says no. And count at 1-0. Tarpley flew out to right field, and Ryan Bowalski last time up. Came into this game, though, the .471 average, 2 homers and 14 RBIs. Bright future, only a sophomore for the Falcons. Fouls this one off. Evens up the count at 1-1. A reminder, this game, the broadcast rights to this game, the sole and exclusive property of the WPIAL, WMBS, and the Triple I High School Sports Network. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the viewing and listening audience, and any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast of the express written consent of the WPIAL, WMBS, and the Triple I High School Sports Network is strictly prohibited. 1-1 pitch misses, moves the count to 2-1. Lemansky to Tarpley. Now the 2-1 on the way. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Evens things up at 2-2. Now the home plate umpire is going to come out and flip a new ball here to Zach Lemansky. Have a little word with Zach. Not sure what this is all about. I think the catcher there got stung a little bit. Tyler Corcoran's. They were giving Corcoran an extra minute here to regroup. They count 2-2 now to Derek Tarpley. And 2-2 pitch out of the way. This is high and outside. Takes the count to 3-2. Now we're full. Lemansky's payoff pitch here to Tarpley, and Tarpley off the inside of the bag. Rounder here to second. Drew Lafferty there in time, sending it off to Luke Ryder for the first out of the inning. So Tarpley retired 4-3. That'll bring up the shortstop Nick Keeney. Senior batting .373 with 13 RBI. Struck out swinging first time up. 4 strikeouts so far in this game for Lemansky. First pitch here to Keeney. This is high and outside for ball 1. Mentioned our first base umpire today, Bruce Sokolic. He's a radio guy as well. Spent much of his career at the now defunct KQV out of Pittsburgh. Also does some work with our friends in Washington as well. WJPA. Always good to see Bruce out at the game. Saw him a couple of times down at Bailey Park this year. We're doing some Uniontown High School games as well. 2-0 pitch on the way inside. That one came close to hitting Nick Keeney. Takes the count to 3-0. And Lemansky's been perfect so far through 3 1/3. Trying to keep that intact here. He'll have to find the strike zone on this pitch to Keeney. 3-0 on the way. Catches the outside corner for a strike. Takes us to 3-1. Keeney came in with a .373 average and 13 RBI. Senior shortstop. 3-1 pitch. Misses outside for ball 4. So Brownsville with their first base runner of the afternoon comes courtesy of Nick Keeney here in the top half of the 4th inning. And I'll bring up the catcher Cole Rankin. Rankin batting .388, has driven in 16 runs so far this season. He popped up to the second baseman, Drew Lafferty, to end the first inning. First pitch here to Rankin. Finds the strike zone, counted 0-1. Now the 0-1 on the way, breaking ball. Finds the strike zone again, just like that 0-2 from Lemansky to Rankin. Mentioned some of the playoff success these two programs have had. South Park's last WPIAL title came back in 2013, knocked off Hopewell in that title game, and this ball hit high in the air from Rankin into center field. Austin Lafferty is there, but coming over from left is Califatis to make the catch. Kind of stepped in front of the left fielder, or check that, stepped in front of the center fielder, Lafferty, and it's very rare you see the left fielder take one away from the center fielder, but nonetheless, Califatis making the grab for the second out of the inning. Now bring up the pitcher, Zach Kutek. Struck out swinging first time up, batting from the left side. Takes the first pitch high and outside for ball one. And you look at the South Park team, you'd have to think they have all the makings of possibly making another title run here in 2021. That pitch missing, and the count now at 2-0. During that 2013 campaign, they knocked off Yock, Thomas Jefferson, and Keystone Oaks on their way to a 3A championship. That was back under a 4 classification system in 2013. Count now at 2-1 as Lemansky finds the strike zone. They knocked off Somerset in the first round of the state playoffs, but their state run was ended against Keystone Oaks, losing 3-0. Keystone Oaks was one of the teams they knocked off on their way to the WPIAL championship game, and the throw down to second as trying to steal there was Keeney, and Keeney gunned out. So Nick Keeney caught stealing to end the inning. So the Falcons get a base runner in Keeney, who walked. They can't make anything happen. Right to the bottom of the fourth, still 6-0. South Park over Brownsville here on the C.R. Browner Group High School Sports Day.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 624 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated, where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
Going on now with Steel Harbor Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit SeaHarborChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
New pitcher for the Brownsville Falcons, it's David Timko. Timko on in relief of Zach Kutek. The Falcons have made a number of defensive changes as well. Cameron Broski now playing second base where Timko was at. It looks like they've moved Zach Kutek now over to first. That's where Broski was at. So again, to recap, you now have Timko pitching, Broski playing second, and Kutek now playing first for Brownsville. For Timko, looking at his numbers so far this season, he's worked 18 innings, given up 45 hits, 39 runs, 33 of them earned. Struck out 14 but walked 19. Has an ERA of 12.83. This is his 8th appearance of the season. Check that, 9th appearance of the season for Timko. Sophomore pitcher for the Brownsville Falcons, and he's a righty. Timko will face the top of the South Park order here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Zach Lemansky, Austin Lafferty, and Drew Lafferty. As South Park starts their third trip through their lineup. They're allowing Timko a few extra pitches here to get warmed up since he's entering the game for the first time. Reminder, we're back with more high school baseball playoff action on WMBS tomorrow. California taking on Seton LaSalle. An 11:45 a.m. Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. 12 noon first pitch. We understand the game is being played so early due to the fact that there's some proms in the area tomorrow. A number of games being played in the late morning and early afternoon. In fact, I believe there's a game being played here at West Mifflin at 11 a.m. tomorrow on a Friday. So Zach Lemansky to lead off this bottom half of the fourth for the South Park Eagles. First pitch from David Timko, and Lemansky hits it high in the air to shallow right. And moving over and making the grab there, Mitchell Anderson, the right fielder, for the first down of the inning. Now I bring up Austin Lafferty. Lafferty's been on base in
23.
Both plate appearances so far today. Single to left field, scored a run back in the first inning, was hit by a pitch back in the second inning. Now facing the righty, David Timko. Timko will wind and fire the first pitch here to Austin Lafferty, and Lafferty off the inside of the bat hits it high in the air to center field. Derek Tarpley makes the catch for the second out of the innings. Just like that, 2 up, 2 down for the Eagles here in the bottom of the fourth. And now Drew Lafferty will come to the plate. Drew 1 for 2 today, single to center field and scored a run first time up. Flew out to Derek Tarpley back in the second inning. And Timko set again. Wind and fire the first pitch here to Drew Lafferty. He took that one. Missed for ball 1. And now Timko's 1-0 here to Drew Lafferty. Hit right back at Lafferty to get out of the way of that one and into center field. So a screamer there from Lafferty. David Timko had to duck off to his right. It's a single to center field for Drew Lafferty with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. And now Connor Klingensmith, who homered back in the first inning, will come to the plate. Klingensmith, that 3-run home run to left. Also hit in that same direction back in the second inning, but that fly ball was caught by Nolan Konopka. Timko now on the stretch. First pitch misses low and outside for ball 1 to Connor Klingensmith. Again, South Park, a 3-run home run from Klingensmith in the first inning. Now RBI triple from Califatis in the second inning to go along with a sac fly RBI from Tyler Corcoran as Timko trying to check Lafferty, who's back to first safely. Then adding another run after a throwing error from Davey Timko, was then playing second base. Allowed Brandon Clifford to score after a ground ball from Dylan Orth. Now the 1-0 pitch here to Klingensmith. This is low and outside again, takes the count to 2-0. Brownsville still without a hit in this game. The only base runner they had was Nick Keeney, who was caught stealing to end the fourth. The Falcons still have been retired in order, as Timko finds the strike zone there to take the count to 2-1 to Connor Klingensmith. Many of us up here in the press box actually thought Keeney was safe at second, and would have given Brownsville a runner in scoring position with Zach Kutek at the plate. Kutek now will lead off the top half of the fifth for Brownsville. Now the 2-1 here to Klingensmith. Another breaking ball from Timko. Misses high and inside. Takes the count to 3-1. 6 runs on 7 hits so far for the South Park Eagles. Just the one throwing error from Brownsville so far in this one. And now Timko's 3-1 here to Klingensmith. Fastball misses low and outside for ball 4. So the inning started well for Brownsville. Lemansky flew out to Mitchell Anderson in right. And Austin Lafferty flew out to Derek Tarpley in center, but then Drew Lafferty's screaming single to center, and Connor Klingensmith walking again, giving South Park a couple of base runners with 2 outs. Here in the bottom half of the 4th, trying to tack on a few more runs to their 6-0 lead. Brandon Clifford now at the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. Timko staying from the stretch. First pitch here to Clifford. Misses outside for ball 1. Clifford struck out swinging back in the first inning, singled to left field, stole a base and scored a run in the 3rd. Count now 1-0. Timko to Clifford. Timko another glance back at second. Pitch on the way, well hit down the left field line, foul ball. Foul ball. There from Clifford. Evens up the count at 1-1. I could have scored a couple. Again for South Park. A busy time around the WPIAL. But you have the WPIAL softball playoffs going on as well. Volleyball playoffs, some lacrosse playoffs. Also have the WPIAL track championships this week as well. 1-1 pitch on the way, and therefore a strike 1-2 now to Brandon Clifford. Folks at the WPIAL office certainly staying busy, trying to keep up with all the scheduling this time of year. Now the 1-2 on the way inside, and that one hits Brandon Clifford. So that's the 3rd Eagle that's been hit by a pitch in this game. Kutek plunked Austin Lafferty and Luke Ryder back in the 2nd inning.
Designated hitter number 28.
And now the base is loaded here for Dylan Orth. Again, Lemansky and Austin Lafferty retired to start the inning, but 3 straight Eagles have reached base. Drew Lafferty's single, Connor Klingensmith with a walk, and now Brandon Clifford getting hit by a pitch, and the table set here for Dylan Orth, who popped up to Nick Keeney back in the 1st inning to end the inning. They then got on via an error last time up, and Scooter Roebuck's going to pay another visit here to the mound. Trying to settle down David Timko. This game certainly getting away from the Falcons, down 6-0 here in the bottom of the 4th, and South Park's loaded up the bases again. Looking for more here against Brownsville. And you see the half moon starting to show in the distance. Beautiful 85-degree Thursday afternoon. A reminder, we're finished here today. It's the Sports Voice with Dave Dunaway coming your way at 4:15. Dave probably making his way to the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios from this area. Dave, a teacher in the Baldwin School District. Making the drive down for the show, and Dave will be followed by Penguins playoff hockey game 3, Pens and Islanders tonight. And Dylan Orth at the plate. Bases loaded here for South Park, looking for more. Leading Brownsville 6-0. Timko winds and fires. First pitch to Orth. Catches the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. So Brownsville trying to keep themselves in this game. Already down 6-0. A hit here from Orth will really blow things wide open. The Eagles might have an opportunity to end it in the 5th. Orth going opposite field left, going foul down that left field line. Now he's behind 0-2. Again, the winner here today will take on either 6th-seeded Elwood City or the 11th seed Keystone Oaks in the quarterfinals on Saturday. A Saturday high school baseball playoff action. Don't say that too often. Been a number of years since the WPIAL has played high school baseball playoff games on a Saturday. Remember Laurel Highlands once back in maybe 08 playing a Saturday game. It's been a while. Little one-hopper there from Timko. Takes the count to 1-2 to Dylan Orth. And Elwood City and Keystone Oaks will get underway at 4 o'clock this afternoon at Highlands High School. Avonworth, who was the top seed out of South Park's conference, seeded second in this playoff field, taking on Ligonier Valley here at West Mifflin. When this one wraps up, scheduled to start at 4:30. And Hopewell, the overall number 1 seed in the 3A playoff field, taking on 16th seeded Waynesburg under the lights tonight at W&J. 6:30 start for that one. Count 2-2 now. Timko to Orth. Bases loaded for South Park. They lead Brownsville 6-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-2 pitch on the way, and this ball hit high in the air to left. Working over to the line is Konopka in foul territory, unable to catch up with it there is Konopka. So the ball drops foul, and the count remains 2-2. It will have 2A quarterfinal round action for you on WMBS tomorrow. Set your alarm clock at 11:45 a.m. Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. California taking on top-seeded Seton LaSalle at the Burkett Complex in Robinson Township. And Monday we'll have Laurel Highlands and North Catholic for you. Still don't have a site or time for Monday's game. Not sure if it's been posted yet or not. Maybe Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios can take a look. And there's a well-hit ball in a right center field. But getting under it, Derek Tarpley for the 3rd out of the inning. So South Park loads the bases, but comes up empty here in the home half of the 4th. First time that South Park's had a half inning without a run scored. At 6-0 Eagles over the Falcons after 4 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Spring forward to home construction season. First Federal of Greene County's variety of construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project. First Federal gives you all of the tools you need with construction loans, owner-builder loans, FHA Title I improvement loans, and home equity loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
For attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose, 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DellaRoseLaw.com. With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Moving to the top of the 5th, Zach Kutek, who was at the plate when Nick Keeney was caught stealing to end the top half of the 4th inning, leading off this top half of the 5th. Kutek took ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch, and Kutek well-hit ball here. Look out, deep to right field. Ryan Bowalski working back and able to make the catch for the out. Tough play there from Bowalski out in right. But he retires Kutek to keep the no-hitter intact for Zach Lemansky.
Second baseman, number 30.
That'll bring up Cameron Broski. Broski flew out to Austin Lafferty in center field, first time up back in the 2nd inning. Entered the game with a .256 average and 9 RBIs. Senior first baseman actually got the start at first base, now playing second base for the Brownsville Falcons. Takes ball 1 here from Zach Lemansky. And now the 1-0 on the way, and that one fouled off by Broski. Evens up the count at 1-1. And the only base runner that Brownsville's had so far was Nick Keeney, who got on via a walk in the 4th inning. Falcons retired in order the first 3 innings, and this ball hit in the air right to second baseman Drew Lafferty, who makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. So Kutek and Broski retired.
Pitcher, number 1.
Here to start the top of the 5th, and now Davey Timko coming to the plate. Timko flew out to Derek Califanis in left field first time up. Sophomore now pitching for the Falcons. Came in with a .297 average and 3 RBIs. Batting from the right side. First pitch from Lemansky to Timko. Fouled off. Count 0-1. Just a couple of high clouds in the sky today. Another beautiful afternoon for WPIAL high school baseball playoff action. 0-1 pitch on the way. Misses there, evens up the count at 1-1. Really had a great spring season. In fact, I think the only week where he had some weather issues was the first week in May for the most part. The weather has been spectacular this spring. Fastball swing and a miss. Takes the count to 1-2 now to Davey Timko. Hope it continues here into the WPIAL playoffs. 1-2 pitch now. Lemansky to Timko. Misses high and outside. Count now even at 2-2. Now a 2-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground, and that one will get through. First hit of the afternoon for the Brownsville Falcons, right in between the third baseman Connor Klingensmith and the shortstop Brandon Clifford. So Davey Timko breaking up Zach Lemansky's no-hit bid with a 2-out single to left here in the top half of the fifth. Now Mitchell Anderson will come to the plate as Brownsville tries to put together a couple of hits here. Get a few runs back, down 6-0. First pitch to Anderson, misses low and outside for ball one. Anderson came in with a .262 average and 7 RBI, sophomore right fielder for the Brownsville Falcons. Struck out looking, first time up, and hits this one high in the air to left center field, and moving over the center fielder Austin Lafferty makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So the Falcons strand Davey Timko. They do pick up a hit, couldn't pick up a run. Went to the bottom of the fifth, 6-0 South Park over Brownsville here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy East. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payments. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Davey Timko starting his second inning of work for the Brownsville Falcons. Will face hitters 7, 8, and 9 for South Park here in the bottom half of the fifth. Luke Ryder, Derek Califatis, and Tyler Corcoran. 6-0. South Park leading Brownsville. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay is behind the camera, providing our video feed both to the WMBS Facebook page and the Triple I High School Sports Network. You click on the link on the WMBS Facebook page to watch all of the action. If you're listening on the radio side, Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. And Luke Ryder now at the plate for the third time in this game. Ryder was hit by a pitch, scored a run back in the second inning. Grounded out 6-3 back in the third. Now at the plate to lead off the home half of the fifth. Ryder coming in with a .292 average, a homer and 7 RBIs. Eagles first baseman. And David Timko line and fire the first pitch to Ryder, and this little one-hopper in front of the shortstop Nick Keeney. Throw over to first, a little wide, but doing a nice job there. Zach Kutak able to haul it in, and Ryder retired 6-3 for the second time in this game for the first out of this bottom half of the fifth. That'll bring up the left fielder Derek Califatis. Califatis an RBI triple, first time up in the second inning. driving in Luke Ryder, and then flew out to Derek Tarpley in center field back in the third inning. Timko to wind and fire. The first pitch here to Califatis. Breaking ball over his head. Califatis had to duck out of the way of that one. Count at 1-0. Timko started off the bottom half of the fourth inning, retiring Zach Lemansky and Austin Lafferty on fly ball outs. Drew Lafferty got on with a single. Connor Klingensmith was walked, and then Brandon Clifford was hit by a pitch to load up the bases, but Dylan Orth flew out to center field to end the inning as the Eagles stranded 3. It was the first half inning in this game where South Park did not muster a run. Count out 2-0 here to Califatis. Again, the highlight of this game so far, Connor Klingensmith's 3-run home run to left field back in the first inning to drive in the Lafferty brothers. Count now 2-0. Timko to Califatis. This ball fouled off, takes the count to 2-1. And also we've seen stellar pitching from South Park's Zach Lemansky. Has yielded only 1 walk and 1 hit so far in this game as well for the Eagles. We're blanking Brownsville in this 3-14 game here this afternoon at West Mifflin High School. 2-1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Count now even 2-2 from Timko to Califatis as we work here in the home half of the fifth. Timko now back on the hill. Except for the 2-2 now to Califatis on the way. Pitch misses low and outside. That'll take us 4-3-2. The WPIAL Baseball Championship game scheduled for June 1st and 2nd, right after the Memorial Day holiday weekend, and down at Wild Things Field, where they've been held traditionally over the years. 3-2 pitch, high and inside for ball 4. So Califatis drawing a 1-out walk here in the bottom half of the fifth inning.
Number 3, Tyler.
Now bring up Tyler Corcoran. Corcoran sac fly RBI in the second inning, flew out to Nolan Konopka in the third inning. As to complete the third trip through the lineup for South Park, as Corcoran bats from the 9th position in the Eagles batting lineup. Timko now back working from the stretch. First pitch to Corcoran, fouled back. Count at 0-1. Brownsville will have Tyler Weibel, Nolan Konopka, and Derek Tarpley due up in the top half of the 6th. Count 0-1 now. Timko to Corcoran. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball finds the strike zone. Takes the count to 0-2. If you missed any of the action with the Laurel Highlands Beaver game yesterday, or this Brownsville South Park game, we'll have both games up on the WMBS YouTube page. Archive video by tomorrow for you as well. 0-2 pitch on the way. A little chopper played here by the shortstop Keeney, who got the glove on the second base bag to retire the lead runner Califatis. Was unable to get it over in time to retire Corcoran over at first. So Corcoran on via fielder's choice, but now 2 outs here in the inning. And Zach Lemansky now at the plate for the 4th time in this game. He's 1 for 3 today. Lone hit a single to right field back in the second inning. Timko from the stretch, runner going. Pitch was in there for a strike, throw down to second, not in time. So stolen base for Corcoran. Is now in scoring position at an 0-1 count to Zach Lemansky. Lemansky also a pair of fly ball outs. Flew out to Konopka in the left back in the first inning and Anderson in right in the 4th inning. Count 0-1 here to Lemansky. Finds the strike zone again. We've seen a lot of breaking balls out of both Kutek and Timko on the Brownsville side today. Now the 0-2 pitch. Timko to Lemansky. As Brownsville tries to get out of the inning for the second straight inning unscathed, and that's a little shot on the right side into right field past Broski. Mitchell Anderson with a relay in, and scoring from second is Corcoran. So that stolen base paying dividends. RBI single to right for Zach Lemansky. His 13th RBI of the season, second hit of the afternoon. Drives in Corcoran to make it 7-0. Again, so far for South Park, 3 in the bottom half of the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and now 1 here in the fifth. As Dylan Wilder comes in to run for Zach Lemansky. Wilder, the courtesy runner. Austin Lafferty now at the plate. Lafferty 1 for 2 today. Was also hit by a pitch back in the second inning. Swings and misses here. Runner going again. Throw down to second. Another stolen base, this time for the courtesy runner Wilder, running for the pitcher Lemansky. Now Timko getting set here for the next pitch to Lafferty. First pitch missed for ball 1. Now the 1-0 on the way. Breaking ball, and this one hit into center field. Charging from center is Tarpley with a relay coming in. It's a little wide of the plate and actually allowed the runner Lafferty to get in a second. To give Lafferty a single to center, advancing to second on the throw. Holding at third was Lemansky. And it's 7-0 South Park over Brownsville. And if Drew Lafferty, was at the plate, would come around to score here in this half inning, it would end the game. With a 10-run rule. So South Park, they're trying to end it here, not even allowing Brownsville an opportunity to see the top half of the sixth. First pitch here misses low and outside to Drew Lafferty. Again, he has home run power. 5 homers and 26 RBIs so far this season. Comes into the game with a .510 average, 2 for 3 today. That'd be a way to end it. Walk-off home run from Lafferty. 1-0 pitch from Timko. Misses low and outside. Makes the count to 2-0. First base is open. You have Connor Klingensmith, who's already homered in this game, due up next. Now the 2-0, Timko to Drew Lafferty. On the way, and this ball popped up. Into center field, Derek Tarpley is there. Should be a routine play, and Tarpley makes the catch for the third out of the inning. But South Park tacking another run on. It's 7-0 Eagles over the Brownsville Falcons after 5 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Dr. Furlong of the Brownsville Chiropractic Center is proud to be the Brownsville Falcons team doctor. Dr. Furlong has more than 25 years of experience in the chiropractic field, and he can diagnose and treat common spinal misalignments that can occur from lifestyle or injuries, causing pain, discomfort, and degenerative conditions. To learn more or to make an appointment with Dr. Furlong at the Brownsville Chiropractic Center, call 724-785-5521. That's 724-785-5521.
Casey Sports Cafe, owned by the Vernon family, is located on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Casey's has reopened for dine-in services with new hours, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meals are home-cooked and range from a variety of steaks, chicken and veal parmesan, liver and onions, along with appetizers, salads, wings, and sandwiches. Casey's offers free delivery in the Uniontown area with purchases of $10 or more. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey Sports Cafe.
For attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DellaRoseLaw.com.
Moving now to the top half of the sixth inning, Tyler Weibel, Nolan Konopka, and Derek Tarpley due up for the Brownsville Falcons. Brownsville has mustered just 1 hit so far in this game. South Park, on the other hand, 7 runs on 8 hits so far in this game. Lone Brownsville hit a Davey Timko single to left in the top of the 5th inning. The first pitch from
Third baseman number 22.
Zach Lemansky in for a strike to Tyler Weibel. Weibel grounded back out to Lemansky. His first time up in the 3rd inning. Retired 1-3. Swing and a miss there. Takes the count to 0-2. Lemansky 4 strikeouts, only 1 walk so far in this game. Now the 0-2 pitch here to Weibel. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So it's strikeout number 5 now for Zach Lemansky. Now has 34 strikeouts.
Left fielder number 6.
To 7 walks so far this season.
6.
And Nolan Konopka, who was one of his strikeout victims earlier on in this game, now comes to the plate. Konopka entered with a .235 average. Swings and misses here at the first pitch from Lemansky. Sophomore left fielder certainly has been busy in the field for Brownsville today. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Just like that, Konopka behind 0-2. And one final already in from 3A, Deer Lakes and Yock. They had a 12 noon start at Highlands. Deer Lakes a 5-4 win in that game. 0-2 pitch on the way right down the pipe for strike 3. Just froze Nolan Konopka. So back-to-back strikeouts for Zach Lemansky.
Derek Tarpley.
Here in the top half of the 5th. And now Derek Tarpley coming to the plate. Tarpley 0 for 2 today. Full out to Ryan Bywalski back in the 1st inning and grounded out 4-3. In the 4th inning. First pitch swinging here. Well hit ball. Snared there by the 3rd baseman Klingensmith. Long throw over to first. Not in time. So an infield single for Derek Tarpley, showing off that leadoff speed. And Brownsville has their 2nd hit of the afternoon. Even on the speedy infield turf, certainly a tough play there for Klingensmith. So he had to work towards the line to feel that ground ball from Tarpley. And a tough throw over to Luke Ryder at first. Now Nick Keeney coming to the plate. Keeney struck out swinging back in the 1st inning. Walked and was caught stealing to end the 4th inning. Don't be surprised if we see Tarpley take off here. And Lemansky wants to make sure that doesn't happen, checking him early. Corcoran does have a good arm. The South Park catcher. And threw out Keeney earlier on in this game in a very close call, which many of us actually thought that Keeney was safe at 2nd. And this ball popped up here by Keeney. Charging from right by Walski makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Falcons strand Tarpley. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Still 7-0 South Park over Brownsville here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Going on now with Steel Harbor Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit cheharborchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payments. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Sam Davis was a gift from heaven. He knows the law and the court system unlike anyone else I've ever met or seen. Sam helped me get through the federal court system with the best possible outcome.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We have been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
Back here at West Mifflin High School. Heard that ad for Davis & Davis, longtime supporters of the Brownsville athletic program. Of course, Gary Frankhauser, who works at the law firm, one of our colleagues here on WMBS and the Triple I High School Sports Network. I'm sure Gary's trying to catch some of this game. along with his work on this Thursday afternoon. And the Eagles with hitters 4, 5, and 6 due up here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Connor Klingensmith, Brandon Clifford, and Dylan Orth. South Park already moving through the order for the 4th time in this game. David Timko will be starting his 3rd inning of work on the mound for Brownsville, with South Park leading 7-0. Again, the winner here will take on either 6th-seeded Elwood City or Keystone Oaks on Saturday in the quarterfinal round. Avonworth, the number 2 seed, will play Ligonier Valley, the 15th seed, here at West Mifflin as soon as this game wraps up. Now Connor Klingensmith, who had that 3-run home run to left back in the bottom of the 1st inning, leading off this bottom half of the 6th. Some of the kids from Avonworth and Ligonier Valley already here loosening up for their game that'll start at 4:30 this afternoon. First pitch low and outside from David Timko. Again, we're here in the bottom of the 6th. They play 7 in the high school game. Now the 1-0. Timko to Klingensmith. Pitch misses low and inside. In all likelihood, the last half inning that we'll see the Eagles at the plates. Brownsville will be down to their final 3 outs in the top half of the 7th. They'll have hitters 3, 4, and 5 due up. Cole Rankin, Zach Kutzak, and Cameron Broski. Now the 2-0 pitch here to Klingensmith. Hit on the ground and chop foul on the left side. Even with a loss here today, you have to like the consistency that's been built back up here with the Brownsville program. As we said, the 9th straight year that Brownsville has made the WPIAL playoffs, and a couple of nice playoff runs, including a WPIAL championship in 2018 and a trip to the WPIAL semis in 2017 as well. 2-1 pitch. Finds the strike zone, 2-2 now. Timko to Connor Klingensmith. Of course, that 2018 run also included a trip to the PIAA semifinals. Count out 2-2. Timko to Klingensmith, and Klingensmith chops that one foul on the left side. Good play there by South Park head coach Brad Shamitko, who's coaching 3rd. Barehanded it. Got a little applause there as well. Wasn't an easy play. Way you look there, I take it he was a pretty good player back in his day. Count 2-2 again. Timko to Klingensmith. Pitch on the way. Again sent foul by Klingensmith. Again, the Sports Voice with Dave Dunaway on the way next from 4 to 6 here on WMBS, followed by playoff hockey. We'll have more high school baseball playoff action for you on WMBS tomorrow at 11:45 a.m. Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. California taking on Seton LaSalle, 2A quarterfinal round action. Monday, we're back with Laurel Highlands and North Catholic. Still waiting for a site and time on that game. Haven't heard anything from Nick in our studios if they've announced anything yet for Monday's site and time for Laurel Highlands and North Catholic. It doesn't appear that we'll have a Saturday high school baseball playoff game, at least here on WMBS. The Triple I High School Sports Network will keep you busy with playoff action. 3-2 pitch, high and inside for ball 4, and Klingensmith walked here to lead off the bottom half of the 6th. And I'll bring up Brandon Clifford. The junior shortstop came into the game with a .240 average, a homer and 13 RBIs. Struck out swinging back in the 1st inning, singled to left field, stole a base and scored a run in the 3rd inning that was hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning. He's been busy today. First pitch from Timko misses outside for ball 1. And if South Park could play 3 runs here in the bottom half of the 6th, the Falcons wouldn't even bat in the top half of the 7th. Count 1-0 now. Timko to Clifford. A 1-0 pitch. Popped foul on the right side. Evens things up at 1-1. Have to thank Scott Stevenson and the West Mifflin athletic staff for their accommodations again here today. One of the best high school ballparks we go to. Position right behind home plate. great complex here at West Mifflin. 1-1 pitch on the way. Misses low and outside. Takes us to 2-1. And tomorrow we'll be at the Burkett Complex in Robinson Township. That's where Montour High School plays their home games. Natural grass surface there at the Burkett Complex. Yeah, we don't know where Laurel Highlands and North Catholic are going to play yet on Monday. 2-1 pitch on the way, and this ball hit high in the air to center field. Derek Tarpley getting under. It'll make the grab. And then he'll run. Connor Klingensmith back to first. Klingensmith was halfway between first and second. And Tarpley caught that ball. Tarpley with a good gun made Klingensmith hustle back to first. So now 1 away here in the bottom half of the 6th. Again, 7-0 South Park if you're just joining us. They jumped on Brownsville early, 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and then tacked down another run in the 5th. Only inning so far they've been held scoreless was the 4th. Dylan Orth popped up to Nick Keeney at short to end the first inning, got on via an error in the 3rd inning, then flew out to Tarpley in center field in the 4th. First pitch to him here, hit hard on the ground, and it'll get through between Keeney and Broski in the center field. He had Broski shaded over towards the first base bag a little bit and had no chance to track that ground ball down. So Orth is single to center.
Ryder, 11.
And I'll bring up Luke Ryder, the junior first baseman for South Park. And if Ryder could get around to score here in the bottom of the 6th, it would end the game as he represents the game-ending run with the margin being at 7 right now. It would end it if it gets to 10. And Ryder calls time. Ryder was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the 2nd inning and had a pair of 6-3 groundouts in both the 3rd and 5th inning. Entered the game with a .292 average, a homer and 7 RBI. South Park first baseman here today. Timko resets out of the stretch, glance back at second. First pitch misses outside here to Ryder, 1-0. More Pirates baseball on WMBS as well this weekend. Have their games on Friday and Sunday for you. I believe they're in Atlanta this weekend. Pitch missing low and outside there. Now 2-0 to Luke Ryder. Nick, you can correct me back in the studio if I'm wrong. Nick, one of the biggest Pirate fans you'll find around the area. He's always root for the home team. 2-0 on the way. This ball well hit into center field, but working off to his left to make the catch. Derek Tarpley for the 2nd out of the inning. And Dave Dunaway on the way next with the Sports Voice right after the 4 o'clock news.
Left fielder number 44, Derek Califatis.
Derek Califatis at the plate. Califatis, an RBI triple and scored a run back in the 2nd inning. Flew out to Tarpley in center field in the 3rd inning, then walked in the 5th. Batting from the 8th position in the South Park lineup. Again, Eagles up 7-0. Brownsville will be down to their final 3 outs in the top half of the 7th. First pitch here, Timko to Califatis, fouled off. Count moves to 0-1. Now Timko back on the hill. Califatis batting from the right side. 0-1 pitch from Timko. Swing and a miss from Califatis, and just like that, the senior left fielder behind 0-2. And a lot of early starts around the WPIAL for the game scheduled for tomorrow, just due to multiple schools having proms tomorrow night. Now the 0-2 pitch on the way, and that's in there for strike 3. So Timko punching out Califatis to end the home half of the 3rd. Eagles strand 2. They're still smiling, up 7-0. Brownsville down to their final 3 outs, and we come back 7-0 Eagles over the Falcons here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Day.
Spring forward to home construction season. First Federal of Greene County's variety of construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project. First Federal gives you all of the tools you need with construction loans, owner-builder loans, FHA Title I improvement loans, and home equity loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Back here for the top half of the 7th inning. Brownsville down 7-0. They'll have Cole Rankin, Zach Kutak, and Cameron Broski due up, hitters 3, 4, and 5. Falcons have mustered just 2 hits in this game and had 3 base runners. And Lemansky getting Rankin to swing and miss at the first pitch. Rankin behind 0-1. He's 0 for 2 today. Junior catcher came in with a .388 average and 16 RBIs. Pitch missing there from Lemansky to even up the count at 1-1. The loss here today, the Brownsville season will end with a 6-10 overall record. But again, their 9th straight trip to the WPIAL playoffs. One pitch was fouled off, count now 1-2 now. Lemansky to Rankin. South Park with a win will improve to 13-4. Again, we'll await either Elwood City or Keystone Oaks on Saturday in the quarterfinal round. 1-1 pitch missing to Rankin. Evens up the count at 2-2. Now the 2-2 on the way. This is high and outside. Takes us full to 3-2. Lemansky to Rankin. Brownsville has 3 base runners in this game. Keeney was the first who walked back in the 4th inning. Timko singled in the 5th, and an infield single from Tarpley in the 6th. But we'll get another base runner here, as Rankin will send it back to the wall in left center field, and it's a stand-up double. First extra base hit of the game for Cole Rankin and the Brownsville Falcons. So Rankin a double to left center, and then I'll bring up Zach Kutek. Lemansky looking for the complete game. And Brownsville trying to threaten that, at least here in the top half of the 7th. We have a courtesy runner out there for Brownsville. That's Trenton Weibel. 2 Weibels on the
second base is number 7, Trenton Weibel.
Brownsville team. Trenton wearing 7, and Tyler, who was the starting 3rd baseman today, wearing 22. As Kutak at the plate took the first pitch for ball 1. Now Rankin in scoring position. Brownsville trying to make something happen here in the top half of the 7th, down to their final 3 outs. Kutak took the 1-0 for a strike to even up the count at 1-1. Now the 1-1 on the way, swing and a miss from Zach Kutek. Takes the count to 1-2. Now Lemansky getting refocused from the stretch. 1-2 pitch on the way, fouled off as Kutek stays alive. Count remains 1-2. Gonna have to thank Jerry Dupay again helping us out behind the camera. Jerry will be back with us on Monday for the Laurel Highlands North Catholic game. 1-2 pitch, high, evens things up at 2-2. And of course, as always, Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Count now 2-2. Lemansky to Kutek, and Kutek a well-hit ball here to left center field. This one goes back to the wall and drops in and rolls all the way back to the wall. Rounding third on his way to the plate is the courtesy runner Weibel, and he'll score Brownsville's first run of the afternoon. So an RBI double to left center field for Zach Kutek, his 16th RBI of the season. Run scored for, gets credited to Cole Rankin as Weibel scores it, and it's 7-1. Still nobody out here in the top of the 7th. And let's see if we're going to have a pitching change here on the South Park side, as the Eagles manager Brad Schemitko out to talk to Zach Lemansky just to make sure that he's all right. And Lemansky was perfect through 3 1/3 and had a no-hitter through 4 2/3 here today. Maybe running out of gas a little bit here late in the 7th. Home plate umpire Michael Breston out to break up the little meeting. And they're going to stick with Lemansky for now. After back-to-back doubles for Brownsville in the top half of the 7th. Yesterday, if you listen to our nightcap here on WMBS, California trailed most of the way against Shadyside Academy. They rallied with 2 in the 6th and 2 in the 7th for a 4-2 win. Brownsville down 7-0. Now have cut it to 7-1 as Cameron Bronski takes the first pitch for a strike from Zach Lemansky. Count 0-1, nobody out here, top half of the 7th. This ball chopped foul on the left side by Bronski. Takes the count to 0-2. And all Lemansky needed was a little pep talk from his head coach. Get refocused here and try to get the final 3 outs of the afternoon for the Eagles. 0-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. So a nice bounce back from the pitcher Zach Lemansky.
Pitcher number 1.
Now 7 strikeouts for Lemansky so far this afternoon. He's struck out now 36 batters so far this season. Now Davey Timko at the plate. Timko 1 for 2. First pitch from Lemansky, a little high and outside. Count at 1-0. Timko full out to left field. And Derek Kalifatis back in the 2nd inning, singled in that same direction in the 5th. 1-0 pitch. Timko, another rip on the left side, and another hit for Brownsville. Goes down the line, but holding at third is Kutek. Kutek not the fastest Falcon out there, so Scooter Roebuck holding him up down at third, puts runners on the corners here for the Falcons. So 3 hits in this top of the 7th inning for Brownsville. And for now, South Park still sticking with Lemansky. Mitchell Anderson 0 for 2 today now comes to the plate. Brownsville looking for a late rally back. Anderson a swing and a miss there at the first pitch from Lemansky. Counted 0-1. Tyler Weibel in the on-deck circle for the Falcons. Another glance over the shoulder from Zach Lemansky. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Throw back to third. Close play, and barely getting back was Kutek. Able to advance down to second, though, on the play was Timko. Count now 0-2 with Mitchell Anderson at the plate. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Anderson going opposite field right. And charging, did he hang on? No, he did not. That ball came out of Ryan Bywalski out in right field. That will score Zach Kutek. That was a tough play from Bywalski. I think you have to give Anderson a hit. That's now 4 hits here in the inning for Brownsville. An RBI for Anderson, his 8th of the season. Run scored for Kutek. Just like that, it's 7-2. Now Tyler Weibel at the plate. Weibel takes the first pitch for a strike. You have to wonder right now, if you're South Park, how much longer do you hang with Lemansky, with Brownsville rallying back here in the top half of the 7th. That pitch missing low and outside, evens things up at 1-1. So give the Falcons a lot of credit, playing hard here. In the top half of the 7th, they could have packed it up and went home down 7-0. They're trying to get back into the game. They're going to say that last pitch was a strike as Weibel went around. Bruce Sokolic making the call down at first on the appeal. Scooter Roebuck didn't like the call. Count now 1-2. That pitch misses high and outside. Evens up the count at 2-2. Weibel, the 6th Falcon to bat here in the top half of the 7th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Brownsville down 7-2. Runner going. This one nubbed into center field. Charging and unable to come up with it there is Austin Lafferty. This will score another run as Timko scores it at 7-3. So have to give Weibel a single there to center field. Weibel's 11th RBI of the year. Timko scores the 3rd run for Brownsville here in the top half of the 7th. And the Falcons now have the game-tying run in the on-deck circle at 7-3. 2 on, 1 out. Nolan Konopka, the 7th Falcon to bat here in the top half of the 7th. He struck out twice in this game. And we're going to have a pitching change here for South Park. Head coach Brad Schemitko has seen enough, and that's going to be it for Zach Lemansky. So we're back to tell you about a new South Park pitcher when we come back. 7-3, Brownsville trying to make a game of it here in the top half of the 7th, back in 90 seconds here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Dr. Furlong of the Brownsville Chiropractic Center is proud to be the Brownsville Falcons team doctor. Dr. Furlong has more than 25 years of experience in the chiropractic field, and he can diagnose and treat common spinal misalignments that can occur from lifestyle or injuries, causing pain, discomfort, and degenerative conditions. To learn more or to make an appointment with Dr. Furlong at the Brownsville Chiropractic Center, call 724-785-5521. That's 724-785-5521.
Attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, Attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call Attorney Melinda Della Rose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at DellaRoseLaw.com. With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Austin Lafferty, the new pitcher for the South Park Eagles, coming in from center field for Lafferty. It'll be his 5th appearance of the season. Enters the game with a 2.40 ERA. Has not factored in any decisions so far this year. Has worked 11 2/3 innings, given up 15 hits, 10 runs, 4 of them earned. Struck out 13 and walked 5. And Brownsville really making a game of it here in the top half of the 7th inning. Nolan Konopka at the plate, the 7th Falcon to bat. Brownsville's played at 3 runs here in the top of the 7th inning. Konopka 0 for 2 today, a pair of strikeouts. Brownsville with 5 hits here in the 7th inning. Now have 3 runs on 7 hits so far in this game. Throw back to second, goes into center field. Now heading down to third, this is going to be a close play. There is Anderson, and safe at third is Anderson. Moving into second is Weibel. And Brownsville now 2 in scoring position after a wild throw there from Austin Lafferty on the check back to second. Well, this would be a monumental comeback if Brownsville could somehow tie this game or take the lead here in the 7th. And now Konopka sending this one into foul territory on the right side. South Park without a play on it. Goes over the fence and out of play, and an 0-1 counts. If you're South Park right now, you just have to try to settle down. And everything going back Brownsville's way here in the top half of the 7th inning. Nolan Konopka trying to keep it going. Mitchell Anderson at third. Tyler Weibel at second. 0-1 pitch now on the way, and this ball nubbed to first. Making the play there, Luke Ryder, 3 unassisted, but it plates another run. So give Kanopka an RBI. Run scored for Anderson, and it's 7-4, but Brownsville now down to their final outs. Derek Tarpley, the 8th Falcon to bat here in the top of the 7th inning. Got on with an infield single last time up. First pitch, popped foul on the right side. Count 0-1 now to Tarpley, who came into this game with a .471 average. 2 homers and 14 RBIs for the sophomore center fielder. Now Austin Lafferty's 0-1 pitch here to Derek Tarpley. Breaking ball. Tarpley rips it fair ball down the third base line. That will score Tyler Weibel. On his way to second is Tarpley with a stand-up double, and Brownsville back to within 2 at 7-5. What a top half of the 7th inning for the Brownsville Falcons, who are pretty much left for dead in this game. Down 7, facing their final 3 outs.
Number 17, Nick Keeney. 17.
And now Nick Keeney, the 9th Falcon to bat here in the top of the 7th. He represents the game-tying run. Austin Lafferty on in relief of Zach Lemansky. First pitch on the way, sent foul on the right side. If you're Brownsville head coach Scooter Roebuck, you're asking yourself, where was this hitting at the first 6 innings? Boy, have the Falcon bats come alive here in the 7th. Count 0-1 now to Nick Keeney. And Keeney hits this one high in the air. This could do it. Ryan Bywalski over to the line and making the grab in foul territory. And the South Park Eagles hanging on, but what a fight back from the Brownsville Falcons, who plated 5 runs in the top of the 7th inning, but South Park able to hang on for a 7-5 win. We're back to tell you all about it right after this here on WMBS and on the Triple I High School Sports Network.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
For farm fresh dairy products produced, processed, packaged, and sold right here, stop in Jackson Farms Dairy Store, Route 40 at Briar Hill. Check out the delicious hot deli items at Jackson's. Eat in or take out. Jackson Farms Dairy Store, featuring quality dairy products and the most delectable homemade ice cream you'll ever eat. And you can play the Pennsylvania Lottery. Best of luck to the Brownsville Falcons from Jackson Farms.
Farm fresh milk, straight off the farm. Jackson Farms.
Quality parts, accessories, paints, tools, and supplies. Napa Auto Parts complete line for cars, trucks, imports, and farm equipment. Napa Auto Parts keeps America running. Fayette Parts in Uniontown, Standard Auto in Brownsville, and Napa Auto in Bell Vernon and Monongahela carry premium quality auto parts at discount prices. They always have a huge inventory of parts in stock when you visit a Napa Auto Part location. Over 200,000 parts in stock. Ask about their Napa lifetime warranty on most items with a no-hassle return policy. Open weekends and evenings in Brownsville, 724-785-3800. Bell Vernon, 724-929-5522. Monongahela, 724-258-3101. And in Uniontown, 724-437-7553 for Napa Auto Parts.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
Is your car trying to tell you something? With summer right around the corner and trade-in values so high and new inventory so low, why not trade it in for a certified pre-owned at Ford of Uniontown? And for your peace of mind, all of our Gold Certified go through a 172-point checkover. They come standard with a 7-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty. And all of our Blue Certified come with a 139-point checkover and a 3-month or 4,000-mile powertrain warranty. With over 70 pre-owned units ready to go and financing as low as $299 for 60 months, why not listen to your car and take advantage of a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs? That's Ford of Uniontown, top of the hill across from Applebee's. 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com. Must qualify with Ford Motor Credit.
Certainly ended up being a fun finish here this afternoon at West Mifflin High School. South Park hanging on for a 7-5 win over Brownsville. It was all South Park early. A 3-run home run from Connor Klingensmith in the bottom of the first inning opened up a 3-0 lead for the Eagles. And then South Park coming back with 2 more in the second inning. Derek Califatis, an RBI triple, scoring Luke Ryder, and then a sac fly RBI from Tyler Corcoran, scoring Califatis to make it 5-0. The Eagles would tack on another run in the third and a run in the fifth to make it 7-0. And you thought, well, the game's just going to end that way. But Brownsville sending 9 men to the plate in the 7th inning, picking up 5 runs on their rally back. A pair of doubles to start the inning from Cole Rankin and Zach Kutak. Kutak an RBI driving in Rankin. And after Cameron Broski struck out, Davey Timko with a single to the left. RBI single from Mitchell Anderson. RBI single from Tyler Weibel. Nolan Konopka picking up an RBI on a ground ball out. Brownsville forcing South Park to pull Zach Lemansky out of the game in place of, actually pulled Zach Lemansky out of the game. Austin Lafferty came on in relief of Lemansky. Derek Tarpley tacked on another RBI double to make it 7-5, but then Nick Keeney flying out to Ryan Bywalski in right field to end the game, and that's your final score. It's 7-5. South Park over Brownsville. We're back with a final word from West Mifflin High School right after this here on WMBS and the Triple I High School Sports Network.
I'm attorney Bill Martin of Radcliffe Law, and I've handled all sorts of workplace accident cases over the past 10 years. When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work, but you may not be physically ready to return. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call our workers' compensation team at Radcliffe Law at 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you and answer your questions at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. Need a touch-up or full body paint job? Our water-based paint system gives the best match for your color. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Going on now with Steel Harbor Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charborchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. What supplies last? Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Get your final score from West Mifflin this afternoon. The South Park Eagles 7 and the Brownsville Falcons 5. The season ends for the Falcons with a 6-10 overall record. South Park improves to 13-4 with the win. Again, they'll await the winner of Elwood City, the number 6 seed and 11 seeded Keystone Oaks. That game just underway right now at Highlands High School this afternoon. Avonworth and Ligonier Valley coming your way next from West Mifflin. We're back with more high school baseball playoff action on WMBS and the Triple I High School Sports Network tomorrow. California and Seton LaSalle. It's 2A quarterfinal round action from the Burkett Complex. We're on the air at 11:45 a.m. with the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. First pitch set for 12 noon. Thanks to Jerry Dupay behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. This is Brian Morozak. So have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score, South Park 7 and Brownsville 5. So everybody from West Mifflin High School.
You've been listening to the C. Harperana Group High School Sports Day, coverage of high school baseball here on